So a few days ago, Ken tweeted that he'll start round 4 of his 66 Days of Data challenge on January 4th. And he'll be creating a machine learning course with Jeff Lee. And he'll be tweeting about it, about his progress as part of the challenge here on Twitter and on LinkedIn. And today he tweeted day 1 for round 4 and for myself. And so yesterday was day 1 for me. And so I tweeted that I'll start by considering some of the topics that I'll be exploring in round 2 of the 66 Days of Data challenge. And so some of the topics that I'll be exploring will include basic statistics, machine learning, data wrangling with pandas, building Streamlit apps using bioinformatic use cases and also data sets as well. And some of you have expressed your interest in participating along, and some also ask, how do you tag, or how do you actually participate in the challenge? And so I've recommended you could easily tag by using this. You just say day 1 of the 66 Days of Data challenge with Kenji, and if you would like to tag me, feel free to do so. And then followed by the updates that you have done. What did you learn? So let me show you. If you click on tweet, you could type day 1 of 66 Days of Data. Add the hashtag here also so that others can find it with. And then you should tag Kenji. And if you would like to tag me, feel free to do so. Or if you would also like to tag Josh Starmer, you could also do that as well, right? So you could tag us 3 if you like. And then you could, type, what did you learn today? Learned about blah, blah, blah. Worked on, created, and that's essentially it. To participate in the 66 Days of Data, and you just hit on the tweet button here, and that's essentially your progress update. And so what's the benefit of this? So the benefit of writing it down helps you to essentially clarify what you're learning in a given day, and you're actually learning in public. And the good thing about that is that you get accountability. You get peers who are moving toward the same goals as you are. And so in this learning journey of data science, you won't feel like you're alone, because you have a community that's learning together. And just by tagging, using the hashtag or tagging us in your journey would give you a sense of public accountability. And so if you do this for 66 days, at least 5 minutes a day, like learning anything or building something related to data science, you'll develop a habit, because doing it for 66 days will become a habit to you. And you can find out more about that in this video by Ken. What is the 66 Days of Data? And recently, Ken also released a very good video on how you could learn data science in 2022. And he created this epic If I Had to Start Over video, which has been a pioneering video that inspired countless other similarly titled videos, like If I Had to Start Over Learning How to Code, If I Have to Start Over Learning Data Science, and etc. And actually last year I created a video about the art of learning data science, how to learn data science in 2021. And so the tips mentioned in this video still applies in 2022 as well. And so I've also created a complimentary written article about this on the same topic, but then in a written form. And I'll provide you the link to that if you're interested. And essentially it's going to be summarized in these 4 steps. You plan, you learn, you build, and you explain. And so the first day of the 66 Days of Data for me was essentially planning, considering what I will be learning about, what will I be exploring about. And then the next part would be to learn, right? And in order to learn effectively, you have to build, right? You have to do data science by building. And after you build something, you want to share it with the world. You want to share it with your peers, your friends. And the act of sharing will allow you to reinforce what you have learned, right? And it forms a loop. So if you plan, you make your own learning plan, and then you learn from the plan that you have created. And in order to reinforce your learning, you build. And after you build something, you explain to the world. And the act of explaining, as I mentioned already, will reinforce your understanding of the concepts that you've learned. And if you could do this over and over again on several end-to-end projects, you'll gain real-world experience, and your working knowledge of data science will be reinforced into you, will be ingrained into you. And so I hope that this short video will be helpful to you in your own data science learning journey. And so I'll see if I could create a daily video about this, or maybe combine several days of the learning journey of the 66 days of data. And so this is day 1 of the 66 days of data challenge, and I'll see you in the next video. And as always, the best way to learn data science is to do data science, and please enjoy the journey.